Right, it's 2:30 p.m. on the 3rd of April 2012. It's a phone call to Sunderland Magistrates Court regarding what happened when I was there earlier. Just bringing up the number. Right, there we go.
Welcome to Sunderland Magistrates Court. If you know the extension number you require, please dial it now. Alternatively, please choose from one of the following options. For listings, please press 1. For legal aid, please press 4. For results, please press 5. For all fines inquiries, please redial 0191 298 2280 as the fines office have now relocated to King's Court at North Tyneside. If you require operator assistance, please continue to hold. Thank you. Please hold.
Hello, I was in there earlier and I'm ringing up to make a complaint because they removed us from the court and I'm wanting to know why.
Right, if you just put it in the right and give you the address if you want.
It's a what?
If you can put it in writing and I can give you the address.
No, well I need to speak to someone from the courts, to be honest.
What about to make your complaint?
No, well that's just part of it. I need to ask why they didn't call the Crown Court like the Crown Court asked me to ask them to. I have questions, if you know what I mean.
Why would I need to ring the Crown Court, sorry?
Because the Crown Court informed me yesterday to ask the Sunderland Magistrates Court to ring them to confirm that my appeal had been successful on both conviction and sentence.
Right, just a minute. If you want to make a complaint about security, I'll speak through the court manager, okay? And your appeal you'll need to speak to your solicitor about.
I need to speak to who?
Your solicitor?
No, I don't need. I've spoke to a solicitor. I've even spoke to the Crown Court, who all sent me to yous, because yous are the one that haven't amended your system properly. The Crown Court system shows that appeal was overturned. Even.
So when was your appeal heard yesterday?
No, it was heard in the 2nd of August 2006.
2006?
Yes. I have had a mark on my criminal record for the last 6 years that should have been removed, but was left on deliberately by Brian Waine and his cronies, and including Robert Martin, who knew the appeal was successful. He even told me in the courts, he had to tell me that he'd been in contact with the Crown Court, this is 6 years ago, and that the court had told him that my appeal was successful. Yet 6 years later I find that they haven't put that on the system, and I know Robert Martin knew that.
Right, I can check our system, see what's on there.
They checked it yesterday. They checked it yesterday. It said that on your system it shows that the appeal against sentence was successful, but the appeal against conviction wasn't, and which is why the conviction still stands on my criminal record. Because the courts have failed in their duty to update their system, but they didn't fail to update the system, they updated it wrongly. Because they can't say they didn't update it, because they obviously updated that the appeal against sentence was successful. They just didn't put that the conviction was also successful. But they knew it was. They deliberately left that off.
That might be enough of the information we're getting from the Crown Court.
What's that?
They usually put copy word for word what we get from the Crown Court.
Yes. Would I be able to get a certificate of conviction?
You'd have to pay for it.
How much?
£60 each.
£50. Nope. 50. 60.
Yeah.
And why would that be? I mean, why would there be so much charge in just getting a piece of paper?
It's a national charge.
No, but I'm saying, why is it there's so much charge? I mean, that sounds totally disproportionate. I'm entitled to a certificate of conviction because I was convicted. And then when I appealed it, I was cleared, but it still shows a conviction. I want a certificate to show that the conviction is still there, because it is. You can check that on your system. It was on, the conviction was from the 14th of February 2006, and the sentence for that was on the 6th of March 2006.
Right, the fees are set by the central government, I think, and it's a national charge, it's a standard charge, we charge everybody.
That's okay, but...
are you on benefits or anything?
Yes.
You are? Which benefit are you on?
Income support.
Right, I think that exempts you from this charge though.
Right, that's okay.
So but you'd have to fill a form in, and we need proof of what benefits you're on, dated within the last month.
Yes.
Didn't get for free.
Right, that's okay. Right,
okay.
but still, I was told by the Crown Court, they said, if you ask Sunderland magistrates to ring us, we will confirm to them that the what we have on our system, that the conviction was overturned.
Right.
So that needs to happen at least. So a Sunderland Magistrates Court can suddenly wake up to the fact that they have not done this properly. In fact, it was, I said that, it was done deliberately to leave the conviction because I had complaints that followed that, and so that was used to offset me complaints because they led people to believe I was still convicted of that. That's why it was left on by Brian Waine and Robert Martin. No, I'm telling you. Put it this way, I've been to the Crown Court, I've gotten their explanation of it, and they are saying that what happens, they explain, they send to, when the appeal happens and it's overturned, they then pass that information to the court that sentenced it, which is the magistrates, right? So the magistrates received the information saying my appeal had been overturned, the conviction had been overturned, but someone picked that piece of paper up, went onto the system and put on that only the sentencing had been overturned and not the conviction. But I'm sure with the piece of paper, I can get a copy of it from the Crown Court. I'm sure that piece of paper is going to say that the conviction was overturned. So I'm sure with the Sunderland Magistrates Court received, in fact, didn't I state that Robert Martin had to stand in the court corridor and tell me that I'd been cleared at the Crown Court because I was supposed to be resentenced. But they couldn't resentence us because I'd won my appeal. So Robert Martin did know the outcome of that appeal. He can't deny that he didn't.
Right.
So yes, I do know what has happened, and I'm speaking about facts.
Right.
But you need to clarify with the Crown Court what the sentence was on the 2nd of August 2006 during the appeal hearing, which was heard by Recorder Sangster. Sangster. Sangster.
I'd have to check what we've got anyway first. I don't know who you've been speaking to yesterday.
Right.
Are you still wanting to make a complaint about security, are you?
Oh, and it's not about security.
Oh, sorry, okay.
No, it's not about security. Although the security woman was... I was actually walking to the exit when she said that. So it was actually as if she was trying to make a point. Because I was leaving the building anyway. So if you're already making your way to leave the building, why does someone come up to you and say, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the building? Ask yourself that. If you were doing that, why would you turn and think, why is this person doing this? I'm on my way out the door.
Right, okay.
Do you understand? So that was me issue with that. But I've got no complaint about it. I don't care about that. I said what I said. What they said was, when I stood at that door, the security was, I was making allegations of corruption. But what they don't seem to understand is I'm entitled to make allegations of corruption, and I'm also entitled to name the people involved, where the public. Do you know what is? All the videos I take of every conversation I have and all of the evidence I've got is all on the internet. So what is it they're trying to stop people from hearing or knowing? I take all the evidence of my investigations into all of the corruption, and they're all on the internet for all to see. So it's not like it's anything the public can't see or can't hear, but they try and use that as an excuse, like there's public behind you, and so we don't. Of course, the courts don't want me standing there saying they're corrupt in front of the public. It's not very good, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. There's no law against doing it. You know what I mean? So that's my complaint against that. They can't stop us naming names and making allegations. If what I'm saying is not libelous, what do you call it, when it's of someone's character. If I'm attacking someone's character wrongfully, they can sue us. You know the drill. They're entitled to take out civil proceedings against us for defamation. Is that correct?
I'm not sure, I'm not legally qualified.
No, but I can tell you that's the case. If someone says something about you and you think it's defamation of your character, which is me saying these corruption and naming these people, they're welcome to take out civil proceedings against us. Do you understand that? That's a legal thing. So in other words, I'm making the issue right here that if I name names and make allegations, I'm right within my rights to do so. Do you know what I mean? That's my point. So I'm just relaying this to the court, because after being removed and after having all this morning for complaint, now I'd say if you had something left on your criminal record for violence for 6 years, when you've got no violence and you're not violent, and it's been on your record for 6 years, you'd have a problem and you'd be a little bit miffed and maybe a bit angry about it, right? So I'm just reflecting the normal emotions of a person under these conditions. So that's me issue. There was no reason for them to do that, but I'm just expressing that. I'm not making a complaint about the security staff. I'm just pointing to the court that if I come in there next time and I'm making allegations, that's not sufficient for it to be treated like that. They were caught on camera and they were recorded, and I am uploading that onto the internet tonight, and at the end of the day I'm going to continue with this investigation, right? And I want the court to know that. That's why I'm ringing now. Right?
So what's your name again?
John Eggleston.
John Eggleston, right?
Yes.
Mr. Eggleston, I think the best way forward is if you write in requesting your memorandum and
Yeah.
to the conviction, why you need it, and if you can get some proof from the job centre dated within the last month, like of what you're claiming.
Yes. Then I can get the certificate.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thanks for all your help as well. I know you're just someone on the end of a phone. No problem, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Ta-ra.
All right.
There you go. Point made. I am entitled to make my allegations, and I am entitled to name names. But if you really feel that I'm making defamatory allegations to their characters, then they're quite entitled to sue us. He doesn't know the laws, none of it. God, man, it's obvious. God, even I know that. Or do I? You know, what I know about the law these days, they keep changing it that much. You never flaming know. They just change it to suit themselves all the time. All the time. Never mind.